Hi everyone and welcome along. I was given some beautiful homegrown sweet peas, so I thought let's paint them. So grab your paints and let's get started. So yes, I've been given these sweet peas by my friend and she grows them herself, which is very impressive, but just the colours are just crying out to be painted in watercolour. I have done sweet peas once or twice before, but I thought today I'd just do a lovely, really loose approach, layering things up. It's just a fun one for summer, and these beautiful seasonal flowers, and you just think, why not? So let's get some colours mixed up. The stems are quite a muted yellowy green. So Sap Green and Green Gold is all good, but I might actually add in a little bit of Paynes Grey just to knock it back a little bit. That seems quite good. And then these colours, well, we've got some lovely tones. I think some Cobalt blue deep, some French Ultramarine, and then some Permanent Rose up here. Drop that in and sort of see what colours occur in my palette. Obviously these right now reflect the sort of the deeper, stronger tones, but when we go more translucent, when we add more water to our mixes, we can get beautiful sort of more pale tones as well. So I'll just move these to one side. Actually, I'll keep one of those in there for reference, which is quite handy. So I think I'm going to begin with my rigger brush. Long slender bristles, get nice and wet, and just paint a bit of a wobbly stem. And from there I'll use my size, what have we got, 2/10. Paint one or two little branches coming off. And then I'm just going to go for it with my size 4 brush. I'm going to go quite dilute to begin with, so I'm just going to pick up a watery section here. And all I'm going to do, it's got my brush angled quite low to the page. I'm just going to start with the tip and then just going to sort of press it out. Start with the tip, press it out, and then with just a bit of water I might just sort of shape it a little bit. But the beauty of the sweet pea, especially when they're a bit more grown out, there we go, is they just are beautifully sort of doing what they want to do. Whilst that's still wet, I'm actually going to add sort of some Sap Green, or the Green Gold mix, sepals. Let's paint in another one. Again, we're just starting off really nice and dilute. Try not to overthink these sweet peas, because we are painting in the loose style, which means the fewer brush strokes that you can put on the page, the more vivid your watercolour will be, and just the more expressive your painting. So I'm purposefully sort of allowing the green sepals to bleed into the beautiful sweet pea. I'm going to paint in another, and this is going to be a bit of a blob of water down there, a lower down one. We'll just blot that bit of colour. I'll drain it up. There we go. A bit of a kitchen roll. At this point, I'm just keeping the flowers a little separate from each other, still going nice and dilute. I will overlap on the stem itself. Maybe slightly bluer. Oh, the pink is kind of dominating everything. That's okay. I think it's really important to try different styles of capturing flowers in their truest essence, because we do a lot of sort of the more controlled, loose style on this channel, which is definitely my comfort zone. I love to paint a little bit of detail, but sometimes you just really need to express yourself slightly differently with watercolour flowers, and I think the sweet pea is just perfect to try in this style. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry completely, and then we're going to paint a few layered over the top. Now that's dried 100%, so we're going to repeat the process, but just with a slightly stronger colour. So let's see, we're going to overlap I'm painting in all my stems this time just to get my arrangement. And that's nice, I like that. Okay, so back we go, but this time with just a bit more colour. And we can even drop in a second bit of colour sort of straight from the palette if you want. Don't forget about the sepals, and just be mindful that with more colour on the flower, you just got to be a little bit careful placing in the colour and not letting it go all muddy. So for these loose sweet peas, it feels like I do two main shapes. So let's show you. So we've got, I tend to sort of do one sort of light bulby hot air balloon trumpet shape, and then a second that sort of fans down out from it. That was a fun one, wasn't it? And then we're going to get our first sort of proper overlapping one. We might see a little sepal just coming from the side of that one. So if it's just facing out, that's also okay. Another that's sort of facing directly into the direction of the viewer. Yeah, so I'm just going to be painting in these shapes, thinking about the composition as a whole, making sure my flowers are sort of creating a really nice piece. I think this is just a really nice relaxing one, and even better if you've actually got some of the real thing in front of you, because it's just a lovely reminder that they really are as wild and beautiful as I'm painting them. I just always go back to this little mix I've got to start off with, even with these more concentrated ones. And how fun is that, placing in a bit of that lovely stronger colour, and then just very carefully a little bit of that. And there we have some lovely loose watercolour sweet peas. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that one. I want to say a huge thank you to our patrons for their support, because that support enables us to keep creating videos like these that everyone can enjoy. And if you enjoyed this one, then hit the like button and comment below to let me know how you got on with that one. And if you never want to miss another video, just hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell, and we'll see you again next time. Bye!